Hello, it's just Stephanie. What is this thing behind me? This is one of the paintings in our hotel room in Taipei, Taiwan, which is where we are this week on vacation. Do I look rested yet? I feel pretty rested. Okay, this is not the point at all. Okay, wait, there's another one over here which is really funny. These are very, very loud, obnoxious ones. I think the other one looks better, but I think the lighting's better here. Anyway, the point is, I have to hurry up. I'm supposed to be at breakfast because we're going to a hot spring today. My first hot spring experience ever, despite the fact that I've lived in a number of countries that have had hot springs. Anyway, yeah, so here's the thing. One of my initial goals with this project was finding ideas. I like this one better. Finding ideas for mobile apps to create for language learning in any language, whether it be English, the one that I'm actually fluent in already, or Chinese, the one that I'm learning right now. And the point is, I really thought initially that the mobile apps that I would create, sorry, my nose is itchy. Okay, the mobile apps that I would create would be vocabulary focused. I'm much more of a vocabulary than a grammar kind of person with my language learning and my language teaching, and that would seep over into my language technology. And so I thought I would be working with functional language in certain specific situations. However, recently I can't say it has come to my attention, but it has, that maybe there's a need for a language motivation app, and I kind of cringe internally when I think of this idea, because I think that doing more than talking about, or at least I used to think that doing and using a language more than talking about a language is useful, but this channel has changed my mind, and more so the dialogue that has happened on this channel has really, really changed my mind on this, because I find that sometimes the dialogue about the language has helped me more than my study moments. Not that my studying hasn't helped me, because it has, but in addition to that, I find that the talking about the language and talking about the learning of the language has really helped me. And as far as I know, I don't think there's many language motivation apps. I know that there's the reset something. There's a stream on Twitter and I think Instagram where like once a week you reset your language goals, and I know that exists, and that is awesome. And I keep forgetting to do that, partially because it's just there within all of my Twitter stuff and it gets lost, and I probably should prioritize that. But as far as like an app, think of like, is there anything that you know of that's similar to like MyFitnessPal for like weight loss and for fitness and for nutrition? Is there anything like that for language learning? And does there need to be? Would it be helpful for learners to track their trajectory of their learning tasks, so that even when they hit a plateau or a frustrating part, they can look at what the work that they have done, so that they know they will leave that plateau soon and go back to learning, or that they can look back and look at the things that they did or the progress that they feel they made. They'll look at how they felt, kind of like rate how they felt about their learning or their ability to practice the language that day. Would that kind of like 1 to 10 kind of system, or like heart system, or I don't even know what this would look like, because I never ever in my life pondered making a motivational app. It's really just not something that was on my trajectory or within my range of ideas or anything at all. But it's something that I think might help folks, because I keep coming back to a lot of people start to learn a language and a lot of people drop off. And would something that shows how long it takes and how much back and forth there is with the U-shaped progress, that's the term apparently, I need to do more research on it, but when you go, actually U-shaped would be like this, wouldn't it? That you go down and then you go back up. Would tracking that and seeing that you're on track, and that of course you're learning less now because you'll learn more later and it will come back, and knowing that kind of thing and seeing it in some sort of numeric or graphical form. And of course there have to be a forum on there, because you have to connect to people. That's the beauty of MyFitnessPal, is not only do you track your food and your fitness, but there's a community of people rah-rah-rahing you through your experience. And so this is what I'm thinking of this week, is that seems to be the biggest gap in the market. Now, if this already exists, yay, because that sounds like a complicated app and I don't want to make it. And I know I'm partially risking it by putting this idea out there and somebody else might take it and run, but I'm more about things getting out into the world than possessing them, if that makes any sense. I've got plenty of other ideas of things to create, so if somebody ends up taking this, then so be it. At least they'll probably do a much better visual version of what I would do, because mine would be ugly, because I'm much more content than a visual person, as you have noticed. Anyway, but I want to get your ideas on this. Do you think that like a motivational kind of tracking your language learning app and checking in at different points to see where you are in the language learning curve, and having a community of people learning different languages but all just talking about learning languages in one place, would that be something that's needed, and does it already exist? That's my question. It's not really a burning question, it's kind of a long-term question, but it is a question, and so there it is. I'm starting to like this thing behind me here. At first I was like, I'm not really a flowery person, but I kind of like that. Anyway, I have to go to hot springs, so if you will excuse me, I need to go relax. I hope you all are doing good, and more later. Bye from Taipei.